Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Austin. This is Gr86, and this is my 2023 Toyota Gr86 or Gr86, whichever you guys prefer. But this is a review on all the things that I love and enjoy about this car. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right after it. All right, guys, so in no particular order, there's a lot of things that I love about this car, that I enjoy about this car, that I have fun with this car, and I hope you guys can share some of the things that you guys love about this platform and this car, because there's so many things that have been awesome about it that I absolutely just love about it. The first thing that I really enjoy about this car, and it's always kind of caught me ever since I bought the car, ever since, you know, I was in the market for one, and I've tried getting one for a few years. But guys, I just love the looks of this car. It looks so awesome. The BRZs look really good. However, just the front end of the Gr86 is just so much better. Not a big fan of the base wheels, but that can be fixed. And honestly, most anybody who buys this car are swapping out the wheels anyways. So it's really not that big of a deal. But the thing that I just absolutely love about the car is just how it looks. They call it the poor man's Porsche. I think in the silver, it looks awesome. I obviously installed the duckbill spoiler back here, which if you get a premium model, it comes with that. If you have a Subaru, a BRZ, you can add that on this model. But Toyota and Subaru did such a great job with how this car looks. It looks just phenomenal. It looks so much more expensive than what it actually is. But just from how they did everything underneath here, a lot of people think this is odd, this is weird. I don't mind it. But I just think the car looks so amazing. Do you guys agree? Do you think it looks good? Do you like the previous generation better? I'm a fan. Now, the Subaru front grille, some people like better. It's kind of more like a smiley fish. This looks like a little bit more angry, but it's for sure kind of got like a wider mouth down there. Just depends on your taste, depends on what you guys like. So the looks of the car, hands down, it's a looker. It looks awesome. For $30,000, people think you have an amazing, amazing looking sports car. So great job to Subaru, Toyota on how the car looks. Another thing that I love about this car is the pricing. Now, depending on where you buy it from, that might not work. There's a lot of dealerships that still charge markups for these cars, but the market is softening. I got this car at MSRP. I think it's worth every penny of MSRP. I think, in my opinion, this car, I mean, I would have paid a couple grand more, a few grand more for this car. I like it, I enjoy it, it's so much fun. You get a lot for your money, but in terms of the pricing, for where I think for the base model I was like around 29,000, you know, high 29s. This car is such a steal. Sure, you can get into the premium models and you get heated seats, you get a couple, you know, added features with, you know, a couple extra speakers, different wheels, different tires. But this car really, for the price of what you get, name another car that's rear-wheel drive, that's a manual, that's lightweight like this, that you can get for $30,000. Now, you could throw the Miata into the mix, but even with the soft top, those are kind of lower 30s, like 32-ish, 33. So really, for the price, this car is so hard to beat. And I would strongly suggest, honestly, going with the base model, unless there's certain features that you guys like, unless you need to drive it with heated seats. I think something that's odd on the premiums, and tell me if you guys disagree, but on the premiums right here, instead of this panel, you have Alcantara. I'm not an Alcantara fan, and Alcantara needs to go away. I don't understand why all the people love Alcantara. If you've had Alcantara for a while in your car, you'll realize that you have to use certain chemicals, you have to take very good care of it, but over time, it'll look like crap. And a steering wheel that's leather or pleather, whatever this is gonna hold up better. But the part I can't stand on the premiums is right here. This is all Alcantara. Not the steering wheel, just this odd piece right there. And it looks so annoyingly odd to me. I don't know why. But I think for the base trim level, for what you can get, it's a steal. Another thing that is so much fun about this car is how play happy this rear end is. When I leave and I go back out on the street out here, and even if I don't even give it like full throttle, let's say half throttle, I can feel the back end wanting to slide. Like, Toyota, Subaru, great job. You made this car very playful, very fun, very happy. What I have heard and I can't test this. Obviously, I believe these are 17s and the premium comes with 18s, but the tires on the 17s is the Primacy HPs, and these are a lot more play happy in terms of losing the back end than the tires that come on the premium trim level. So one thing that is just absolutely fun about this car is this car to me is just as play happy as a lot of the big V8s are. Like this car you could do donuts in. It just wants to kick out the back end, and that's what makes this car so much fun, is just how play happy the back end is. It is an absolute blast. Another thing that I've really enjoyed, and I'm picky, and you guys know this, I'm picky about the manual transmissions I have in my car, and it is safe to say this manual transmission, shifter, everything is actually really, really, really good. I like this shifter better than in my Subaru WRX. Now, it's the same shifter. I think they changed the linkage in everything, but this is much shorter throws. It's notchier, it's cleaner. In the WRX, it's kind of like a click-click. You know, some people have different analogies for what it sounds like, but this is even shorter throws, and it's smoother throws, and it is phenomenal. It shifts really, really good. Like, they've done a really good job, and that's something I applaud Subaru for. I know a lot of people think that they shift like crap, they don't like them, but trust me, after driving a lot of different manual transmission cars, it's actually very respectable from a manual transmission standpoint. So if you guys are big into manuals, it's a great one to get. Another thing that I love, and I'll throw some screenshots up here for you guys, but I love this gauge cluster. You know, you have your torque over on the left-hand side, horsepower, and this kind of cool graph. But, you know, I love the track mode where it kind of goes across the screen, but I really just love kind of the circular dial where it just kind of wraps it around. I think they did such a great job with the gauge cluster. It looks so unique. It looks so fun. It just looks awesome. And I've really enjoyed the gauge cluster. Even though it's pretty basic, I think they did a great job at what they did here on the gauge cluster. It's really fun. You basically have two modes between track and just your normal driving, but they've made it a lot of fun. And, you know, Gr86 logo comes on, but, you know, just kind of around just the normal. I love how it just kind of wraps in a circle or in the track mode, and having the shift indicators where it beeps at you as you're driving, and you can set the RPM where it does that. Nailed it. And also too, when you go into track mode, you over here on the left will literally just have a place where you can time your laps. And that's what's awesome. It doesn't show like your horsepower and your torque there, but it's a place where you can literally just time your laps over there, and it makes it so much fun. Like, they did a great job. I think overall in the interior, it's very cohesive in how they put it together. These seats are actually surprisingly comfortable. I'm sure they're really cheap, but they hold you in nice. I actually like the seats in here better than in my WRX. They just hold you in better. Sure, they're a little bit stiff, but overall, I actually dig the seats in here. You know, I normally have had leather seats in my cars, or Alcantara, had some Recaros, but overall, I actually really like the seats in here. I like it better than my WRX. And another thing, guys, and this is what this car is all about. Some of you I've complained about the tune and different stuff. They're like, you don't get what this car is about. Well, I do, so you can shut your faces, okay? I know exactly what this car is for. This is a very nimble, lightweight sports car that's not meant to go in a straight line. It's meant to drive on the back roads. It is meant to go around curves. It is meant to take up through the canyons. It is meant to track. It is meant to handle. And that is the last point that I want to drive home that I absolutely love about this car, is how nimble this car is. It's lightweight, it's nimble, it can take corners at very high aggressive speeds. It handles so well. And I think that is the biggest benefit of this car, is the weight balance. It's not a 3,400 pound pig, you know, which anymore that's extremely light. Most cars now, especially performance cars, are all pushing north of 4,000 pounds, but where this car still stays in the twos, it is a gem. It is super nimble. It is great around the corners. I get what this car is for, guys, trust me. And if you've not watched my channel, please go watch a lot of my videos. I've owned a lot of different cars. I've driven a lot of different cars across a lot of different eras. So I get what this car is for, and that is the thing that I want to close on, is just how nimble, how awesome this car is at handling. It does a phenomenal job, and it inspires confidence. This is a momentum car. It is not a car that is just going to go out there and pull on every car, but it is going to build momentum. It's going to take corners faster. It's going to, you use that momentum to catch cars. Guys, I'm Austin. This is my 2023 Toyota Gr86. These are the things that I love about the car. If I left something off the list that you love about the car, please leave a comment below. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video.